Hi, welcome to Arsenal Fan NG. It's good to be back again. Happy New Year to all Arsenal fans around the world. What a good way to start the new year. And also, what a good way to end the new year. After the World Cup, we went 1 or 2 games before the end of the year and the beginning of the year. Let's quickly get into it. When the season started, we didn't really give Arteta and the team a chance. Um, if somebody have asked me, Arsenal would be on top of the table January or even on the 26th of December, I will say no, 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 no. To be frank, we didn't really give this team a chance. We went into the World Cup on top of the table, and we came back. We continued where we stopped. The game was after the World Cup was West Ham, and everybody were waiting to see how the team are going to react or are going to respond after the World Cup break. They responded at home. They beat West Ham 3-1. Beautiful game, lovely performance. They came out of that game on top and they won the game. The next game was supposed to be, the next game was Brighton away, and that was supposed to be a very big test because Brighton away is a difficult place going to. We're scared, thinking if we can pound out results from that game, then we can begin to believe again that, yeah, this team can go all the way to win the premiership. We did. We won Brighton 4-2. Beautiful performance, top notch, lovely game from all the guys. It was even difficult to give the man of the match to any of the team. They were all on top of their game. Comes the game again against Newcastle in Emirates. Arsenal fans keep, not confident going into that game. I expected a win anyway. We're playing at home. We've not dropped any points at the Emirates this season. We've been performing wonderfully well at the Emirates, except was it the game against Leeds or so. But Newcastle, on the other hand, are on form. They've been performing. They have the best defensive record in the league. How are we going to break that defense? Yeah, they've not been scoring a lot, but they've not been conceding a lot too. So how are we going to break that defense when we don't really have the bench? Jesus is injured. Can Nketiah do it for us? So, combination of so many things, we didn't really have that belief that we can have a good result. But we played well. But Newcastle had a clear game plan. They had a game plan, not just to come and win, but at least to get a draw. And that's what they got. They know they have discipline in their defense. So it was an advantage. They know that Arsenal have been playing wonderfully well at the Emirates this season. So they are not just coming out to win, but first protect their back. And that's what they did. They tried to frustrate Arsenal from playing their game. They know if they try to play us, we're going to beat them. We're going to wipe them away. So there was no need playing us. They defended very well, and the game ended in a draw. The referee did help matters anyway, because so many yellow card, a lot of fouls. Referee was not even, when it comes to Arsenal, going to the VAR, to check. It was as if the game was just against us. But it was a days. We came out draw in that game. It was a draw. On top of that, we're fine. Arsenal were fine after that game. That we breached the heavy rule to eat 20.1. I don't know what that is, but I think Arsenal are going to they're going to appeal that. Let's see the outcome of that. But there's very important conversation. Can we go on and win the league? We are still 5 point clear of Man City, but there's something working for Man City now. And that is why so many Arsenal fans are not that confident that we can go on to win the league without strengthening our team this January. That's happened to us before last January. We didn't strengthen. Tottenham went on, they did. And they took the last spot, the top four, and we dropped out. It was in our hands. We know what happened. Douglas Lewis, we're trying to sign him. That's what we're hearing until the window closed. So is Arsenal going to do something different from that this summer or this winter break? Sorry. We have been linked to so many players, but the one that has been eating, that has been knocking on the door, that has been on everybody's lips, is that of Mudryk. Mudryk. Are we going to sign Mudryk? We've had two bids rejected. Two bids of 52, 62 million, thereabouts, rejected. 68 million pounds was the 62 million pounds was the last rejected. Shaka wants 88 million pounds. They're comparing him to Anthony of Man U and Grealish of Manchester City. They want close to what these people, this team paid for those players. That is what they want. They are still holding on for 88 million pounds. Can Arsenal go back with the third bid? We'll wait and see. But the interesting thing now is that Chelsea is also in the mix now. Chelsea wants the player. In the game against Manchester City, we have the directors of Shaka's present at that game. They've had talks with Chelsea. We don't know the details of what they've discussed. Chelsea is yet to put in a bid. We don't know what that bid is. We don't know if Chelsea will come out and bid because we don't know the outcome of what they've discussed with Chelsea. But the player wants Arsenal. He has shown in his social media handles how he watched the game against Brighton and even the one against Newcastle. He wants Arsenal, but does Arsenal have what it takes to bring Mudryk? Then another question is, who, if you were Mudryk, or what will you advise Mudryk to choose? Chelsea or Arsenal? Who needs Mudryk more? Is it Arsenal? Some of the arguments that we already have Martinelli and Bukayo Saka. Mudryk might not be playing week in, week out, but Chelsea does not really have that out-and-out winger. Maybe Sterling, but Arsenal need him more, as far as I'm concerned. We're going to rotate. We're going to rotate, and we're going to see how we can integrate him into our team. We need more than just Mudryk, and that's why we're linked to João Felix. Yes, Man U were leading the race for João Felix, but as it stands now, it's like they've backed out because of the loan fee and the wage. It seems Monday That's the agent of Felix has flew to Madrid to have a talk with the directors of Atletico Madrid. Let's see the outcome of that. But as it stands now, it's like Arsenal are now leading the race for the signature of Felix. We really need to strengthen. We can't deceive ourselves. We can't allow what happened to us last January to repeat itself again. We need to strengthen to be able to compete with Man City for the title. If not, Man City have an advantage over us as it stands now. We have the wonderful first 11, but we don't have the bench. We don't have the depth to compete for this league. By February now, we start playing Europa. We're in FA Cup. We're going to play on Monday. It's going to affect this guy. Jesus is out. We need somebody to come in as soon as possible to add depth to the squad. Even Partey needs somebody to deputize him or somebody to help rotate him. And we're told we are linked with Declan Rice, but I don't know how strong that is. The news coming out today is that Man City are leading the race to sign him. But I don't know if West Ham, if they're going to let their captain go, especially where they find themselves in the table. That is it for the transfer rumors so far. I still call them transfer rumor because there's no concrete thing, except the Mudryk one that we've had two bids rejected. And when I'm talking about close deal here, we're talking about Catherine Cole. Has been signed by Arsenal for the female team. Yeah, a Danish international was signed from Nordjylland FC in the Danish league. That is our podcast for today. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do. This is a new year. We're trying to build this channel and we need your support. Please subscribe to this channel on YouTube and also follow us on our Facebook page on Arsenal Fan Engine. Please do. See you in the next episode.